everyone, welcome to our lesson. Today, we're going to learn all about data management.
But first, I need you to meet my friend, the AI bot.
I'll be helping Sanaya today. Let's dive into the world of data. First up, Sanaya, tell us, what is data?
Well, data is basically individual facts, words, or numbers. For example, think of your age or the temperature today. Those are pieces of data. They're just raw bits of information that don't really mean much on their own.
Right, data is like a puzzle piece. So, when we explain what data means, it becomes information. Like when we say, data becomes information when it tells us something useful. Alright, let's move on. AI bot, can you tell me what a field is?
A field is like a label. It's a single piece of information about something. For example, in a database of students,
you might have fields like name or age. These tell us what kind of data we're dealing with.
Exactly, it's like a box where we put specific types of information. And when all those fields come together, we get a record.
So a record is like a complete entry in a database. It's a collection of related fields. For example, a student record might include the name, age, and grade of the student. All the related data in one place.
Now that we know about fields and records, let's talk about where we store all this data. Imagine a big library, but instead of books,
We have data stored neatly on a computer.
That's right. That's what a database is. A database is a place where we store and organize all of our data.
it's way more efficient than a paper database, don't you think, bot?
Definitely. A paper database is just data on paper. You can write things down easily.
But it's hard to search through or update. Imagine trying to find your favorite book in a messy pile of papers.
But in a digital database, we can store, search, and edit data easily. It's like having a magic library at our fingertips.
All right, now let's talk about how we collect data. There are two main ways to collect data: paper forms and digital forms.
AI bot, can you explain what a paper form is?
A paper form is simply a form that you fill out with a pen. It's easy to make and carry around.
But imagine filling out hundreds of paper forms. It can get really messy and time-consuming.
Exactly. But we also have digital forms, like Google Forms, which help us collect data much more efficiently.
And with digital forms, the data goes directly into a database, saving us tons of time and effort.
And digital forms help reduce errors because the data is entered directly into the system, right?
Digital forms make everything easier. Now, let's move on to organizing and storing data. Now, let's talk about records again. We know that a record is a collection of related fields. Think of it like a row in a database table, where we store information about one thing, like a student or a movie. So, if you have a database of students, each record would contain the student's age and grade. Every piece of information about that student is linked together.
Exactly. And each field in that record has a data type. For example, a name field will have text, while an age field will have a number. AI bot, can you tell me more about data types? Sure. There are different data types. Text for words or letters, like name or city. Number for counting or measuring, like age or height. Currency for money values, like $5 or $3.50. Exactly. These data types help us keep everything organized and ensure that the data is stored in the right way. Now, let's talk about sorting. AI bot, what is sorting exactly? Sorting is the process of organizing data in a specific order. You can sort data numerically, like arranging test scores from highest to lowest, or alphabetically, like sorting names from A to Z. But sorting isn't just for numbers and letters. You can also sort by things like color, size, or price. So if we have a list of shapes, we could sort them by shape. Or if we have a list of cars, we could sort them by price or how tall they are.
Sorting helps us organize data in a way that makes it easier to find what we need.
Let's quickly go over some practical applications. AI bot, what are some examples of records? Some examples of records could be a student's information, like their name, age, and grade.
Or it could be a movie's details, like the title, year of release, and genre.
Records help us keep track of all the information we need about something in one place. And where are these records stored? Stored inside a database, usually in rows of a table. This is way better than keeping them in filing cabinets or folders.
All right, let's wrap up what we've learned today.
Here's a quick recap. Data is raw facts. Information is data explained. A record is a collection of related data. Databases store and organize data. Forms help collect data, either on paper or digitally. Sorting helps organize data in a logical order.
Great job, everyone! Now, let's test your knowledge with a quick quiz.
Ready? Here we go. What is a record in a database? Where are records stored in a database? Thanks for joining us today. We hope you now have a clear understanding of data management.